Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting installment of the Bromo Sapiens podcast with your sexy hosts, Drew and
Mazer. I'll tell you what's sexy. Being voted the best beer bar 2 years running by Craft Beer Magazine. That is sexy.
You wouldn't happen to be talking about today's sponsor, the Happy Raven from Lincoln, Nebraska, would you?
That's right. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
That's right, everyone. The Happy Raven from Lincoln, Nebraska. Premium bear is an expectation there rather than a luxury. And now you can also order online and get curbside pickup if you go to their website, thehappyraven.com. So be sure to check that out and definitely give them a like on Facebook and follow them. So Mazo, that was our very first sponsor ever. I mean,
yeah, that's first set of income right there, baby.
I know, right? We're
rich.
We've made it, man.
We've made it.
But I guess that being said, I guess we're open now to people sponsoring us or wanting us to advertise their product on the podcast. So if you've got anything that you're cooking up that you'd like to be shared with the public, send us a DM on Instagram.
Slide into our DMs. Leave us a naughty message, if you will. And we're accepting naughty messages, death letters, and sponsors, if you will. Yes.
All in that order as well. So
exactly.
But let us know. Our Instagrams as well as the podcast Instagram will be in the description of our podcast. So check that out if you got anything.
Yeah, we'll sell your shit. It's all good.
Mm-hmm. It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good. But you know what? I was just thinking about being sexy. And
you're always sexy, so I mean.
Well, I didn't mean myself being sexy.
I understand why, but you know.
Why?
Well, because you're sexy. I mean, you go around. You're naturally sexy, so you're just over here thinking.
My natural scent is.
I'm just going to think about how. Wait, what was that?
My natural scent is. It's called sexy. I wear sexy every time I go out.
Oh wait, no, Mazer, you do have a scent because I made it a long fucking time ago during school. There's this photo of you sitting. There's this photo of Mazer, and I guess we'll post it on the Instagram.
Oh, I have it.
More incentive to check it out. Yeah. But there's this very is sultry the right word? This sexy.
I've never heard of that word, sultry, but sure, maybe it is the right word. I don't know. You tell me.
But there's this wonderful picture of Mazer just lounging on this chair, just looking looking like a snack. And what
very
I did
creepy snack.
No, there ain't nothing creepy about that.
That was a pretty creepy smile, if you ask me.
No, just a sexy looking dude. All right,
it's a snack that smiles back.
Mazier.
Yeah.
And the name of his it looked like a cologne advertisement. So what I did is I took that photo and I edited it. And I made it black and white, and I put this very nice font over it, and it says Le Mazier, and then by Mazer.
By Mazer, yeah. I do have a scent, yes.
I mean, one of these days, I really, really do want to get that like blown up and hung in my house somewhere.
I wonder if we should make that a merchandise.
Oh,
buy our scent. How fucking crazy would that be?
Well, I'll put it like this: if we get enough people who want Bromo Sapiens merchandise, we'll do something with Le Mazier.
Yeah, let's start there. I got the hookups. I know people who have scents. They can. We can make our own blend.
All right, hey,
Hell yeah.
I'm down for it. I mean, I'm thinking Le Mazier could be a cologne, it could be a wine. Fuck it, it could be
candles.
Yeah. Oh, even better. Scented candles. There we go.
Scented manly candles. I think men like candles too.
Scented manly candles.
Yeah.
And this label will be us with no shirts on, and we'll just be very, we'll be oiled up and everything. Oh, it'll be sexy beyond belief.
Oh man, this just gave us. Oh yeah, I've got the greatest idea. I know exactly who to hit up. In fact, they are in your area. I will provide you with the deets.
Oh,
after this session, yeah. If we decide we want to do this.
I mean, I think we both want to do it. It's just a matter of if people even want it.
People want us. Yeah. If people want their house to smell like us, that would be that'd be great. That'd be a great honor.
You'd have to assume that we smell good though to begin with. So
We smell like beers and bacon. Well, beers mostly. I don't eat
well,
bacon.
bourbon
You do.
for me, it's bourbon. I mean,
Bourbon, actually, there might, yeah, bourbon and steak. That would work. Steak and
yeah,
bourbon.
hey, that's my favorite. That's my favorite meal. And they've got I mean, they've got like beard oil now that's supposedly, or they have beard oil that's supposedly like
Bourbon
like
scented or whatever.
bourbon scented or whatever. So hey, whatever.
Tequila.
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 Da 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 da. Da.
Oh my goodness
Da, da.
gracious.
Have you seen that video of the guy who's on the X Factor, and he tries out for X Factor with that song, and he's dressed up. He's on the stage and he dresses up. He's dressed up real nerdy. His pants are up real high. He's got the white button up shirt and the tie, and he's got. He
I have
looks
not
like
seen this.
oh, it's great. But so they rolled out one of those like a giant TV screen out on stage because it was like a karaoke thing, and he's just standing there, and they start playing Tequila, and he just looks like shocked and just like afraid, and you totally think he's gonna screw it up, but then you realize what song it is, and everyone's some of the judges are just dumbfounded. They're like, oh my god. You've got Simon who's because Simon, that was I guess when Simon Cowell was still on or whatever, and he's dancing and crap like that, funny enough, and then it comes to the part and the guy's like, tequila, and then it just and it keeps going, and everybody cheered. It's a fantastic meme. Talk about sexy. That's how you.
That's
how
pretty
you gain,
sexy.
That's how you gain sex appeal.
I couldn't agree more. Nerds be out here getting mad pussy, or whatever. I mean, whatever you're into, it doesn't have to be pussy.
It doesn't have
Nerds
to
be out here getting mad sex. I'll just leave it.
mad sex. Fantastic. But what were you gonna say? You said you were talking about you were thinking about being sexy, and
I was thinking about I shouldn't say I was thinking about being sexy. That sounded pretty self-conceited. I was thinking more like I was thinking about what it means to be sexy, and I'll tell you what, man. I saw this post on social media where somebody posted pictures of a chimpanzee with alopecia. Alopecia means it doesn't have hair.
Oh, so that's what's happening to our scalps right now. I got you.
Oh yeah, well, male pattern baldness is definitely alopecia.
Yeah.
This chimpanzee was born with it, and he had he didn't have hair on his body, and so you saw his muscular definition. I think it was a he.
Well, he had a pretty big. From what you showed me, he had a pretty.
Oh, he had
big,
testicles.
He had a pretty large sack. So I mean, hey.
Yeah, that was definitely a he. Yeah,
not
totally
that.
forgot
And
about
let's just go for the record. Say we're not saying that these chimps are sexy.
Well,
Oh, I'm not.
I'm saying this chimp is sexy. This is a sexy beast in the most non-homo erotic way possible.
Well, it's the most and the less.
It's a man complimenting another man. What's wrong with that?
Ain't nothing
Get over
wrong
yourself.
with that at all. Okay,
Andrew.
All right. Hey, I'm all for men helping out men and crap like that. I got
There
you.
you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Own that shit.
I do. Say no.
Own that shit. Don't be putting me down for saying the chimp is sexy.
I'm not, man. I'm
kidding.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, what are you saying?
Anyway,
No, this chimp was sexy. If I was this chimp, I'd walk around without any pants on.
Well, I mean, there wouldn't be any expectation, and on top of that, if anybody said anything, you could literally just tear them right in half. So,
I just show them my nutsack, and they'd be like, "Okay, we're not messing with this guy." You have to see this guy. You have to see this guy's balls. You have to see this kid's balls, man. This kid's balls, man. This kid's balls big.
Jesus.
Big cojones.
Big cojones. But yeah. So, but no, I saw that post as well. And you're right. No, these animals they're ripped beyond belief.
They're sexy.
Okay, sure.
I'm trying to get you to admit that these animals are sexy.
It's not going to happen.
Sexy?
It's not. I'm not going to come out and say an animal's sexy. I'll say that they're very muscular, and certain muscular, forms have a certain amount of sex appeal to them. Okay,
look at our podcast name, Bromo Sapiens. Come on, I mean,
that is true. That's derivative of something.
We're all just a bunch of
hairless
animals.
chimps.
Yeah,
hairless
basically.
chimps. That's what people say.
We're a bunch of hairless chimps.
Yeah, no. But yeah, no. It's. I mean, when you just look at when you look at the picture of these chimps, like it's solid muscle. It
Like
has
no
the
fat.
yes. It has like it has
It is
the
lean.
right. It has the appearance of just somebody who's been working out ever since they like got they got out of the womb. All right, just
Yeah.
pure packed tight bulging muscle, and it's just
Going through puberty just like enhanced it. It's like it's
yeah.
always been there, and then puberty happened for them, and then they just got even more jacked. They were jacked to begin with.
Right. And well, and they okay. So they say that chimps are like they're it's four times stronger than the average human.
Yeah,
And
I believe it.
but and I actually know this because I was watching a video on chimps not too long ago. But one of the reason why they're so strong is because with the way that their muscles have developed, it's basically like they either use all of their power or no power at all. So it's like one of the reasons why like there's no way to really control how hard they're hitting something in a certain sense. And so when they're like really enraged and they're going at it, they're literally using all of their strength to batter down whatever the hell they're battering down. And I mean that's just an interesting idea thinking about how humans, how we have
Yeah,
such control over our muscles. So I mean, what happens if do we you get in a fight and you literally just have it unlocked within your mind to be able to. I mean, I don't know how you'd be able to do this,
I
but
mean, look. Sometimes I've seen people like batter the shit out of people. Like two guys get drunk at a bar, fight over a girl, and they're savage mode. I mean,
yeah,
they're like chimpanzees at that point. They're like,
yeah,
okay, if I don't beat the shit out of this guy, he's gonna beat the shit out of me. Well,
yeah.
let's not even talk about like two girls or two guys, two girls
Two
fighting.
girls, one cup. Yeah, I've seen that. It's
That
not
was
as good
pretty.
as
That's pretty scary too.
not as good as the reviews say they are. It
No,
is so.
no, it's not fun. But no, that's just two guys, or just two people. Let's just say two people fighting in the streets. I've seen two people get in a fight in the street,
Yeah.
and I mean, I don't think I could imagine myself like losing all control and using 100% of my strength to
Oh yeah.
batter down on a guy just because I'm scared for. But I can see how in the wild
Yeah.
that makes perfect sense. Like you either use none of your power or all of it, because when you are using your power and you are using all of it, it's for legitimate survival. Otherwise, you're gonna die. The other one's gonna kill you.
Yep.
That is how the wild works.
That's the game. The call of the wild.
Yep.
Yeah. No. That's an excellent way to look at it.
But these guys, I mean, these chimps were like this. I think it was just one chimp in particular. He looked like that old dude, like 70-year-old grandpa at the gym,
Yeah.
just like a raggedy old skin, but like
Jacked beyond belief.
70 pound of like lean muscle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he was in the Marines or some shit, and now he's out of the service and he's just in the YMCA pumping mad iron, like benching 315 pounds. That's what they look like.
I mean, hey, if I'm being honest, that's kind of the dream right there. I mean, being able to be that dedicated. I've tried to go to the gym before in my lifetime, and I've done it. I mean, and anybody who knows me, I look like I'm in shape because I'm very, very thin. But
As
I
am I.
mean, yeah, but I mean, I have no idea what the state of things are inside of my body, quite frankly. But I do know that working out could totally help me out. I mean, I went on a hike, the other day, and it was just a walk. It wasn't anything strenuous or anything. It was just a walk, and it's like halfway through the walk, my fucking legs are hurting. My groin was hurting of all things, and I'm just like,
Oh,
Jesus
that
Christ.
big dick of yours.
Yeah. Hey, nobody knows better than you.
Yep.
But yeah, and like my knees were hurting me. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Is this? I'm already feeling. I'm 24 and I'm feeling this shit. Is this normal? So, because like I used to do that all the time. I used to go out and hike and everything, and it was just it was you know it was just it was a fun activity. So it's like now I'm thinking, great. Now I have to work out. Now I got to start working out. I got to start doing stretches and shit. I got to actually get myself back into shape so I can keep doing the things that I enjoy. But
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
hear you.
yeah,
I hear you. I was on a hike yesterday, and I kept up, but I was pretty out of breath and parched by the end of it, and I
yeah,
realized that I've been nothing but a piece of shit sitting in front of the TV working. Well, I've been working sitting in front of the TV because I don't have a
yeah.
monitor, so I just
Oh
hook up my
yeah.
computer to my TV, and that's how I've been working. But I don't have like a good setup, so it's not a desk. I'm sitting on the ground, and my neck's
Oh,
all like bent
oh,
up.
that's the worst.
My posture is all terrible now, so I gotta get me back in shape too, and might have to start with body weight exercises. There's
That.
a little park behind me.
Oh really? So you
Yeah,
can just go over there and do your thing.
yeah. I could have been doing this since like when I moved to California, like when I first moved here. But I did it once or twice, and then I just
Yeah.
never kept up with it. So
Well,
it's a
there's a
lot.
lot
It's a lot
going
of
on.
dedication. Yeah. Well, there's
Yeah.
a lot to. It's it. You have to just stick to it, even if you don't
Yeah.
want to, and that's the hardest part. That's the mental challenge. Once you're there, then you're in the routine. You're doing what you have to do, but getting there, getting to the gym, is the hardest part.
Right. Right. I mean, well, my biggest thing. I mean, this is just because I'm a cheapskate at this point. I mean, I don't even as far as like going to the gym goes. It's like I don't even want to fucking spend the money for it. It's
Yeah.
like I'm thinking what I just want to do is I kind of just want to do everything from home. Because it's like I mean there are all sorts of incredible programs that you can or like by programs I mean like maybe schedules that you can learn from offline about how to just do body weight exercises and really get yourself, at least feeling all right. You can tighten up whatever muscles you already have and but just it's just to get like, cuz I mean cardio is so important. Keeps your health or I'm sorry, keeps your heart healthy and everything
Hmm.
like that. And your heart is I mean you need that. That needs to be healthy. That's like one of the
Yeah.
major, you know, hard working organs in your body. So it's like,
Yeah. Absolutely. But
yeah.
I hate running with a
Oh,
passion.
really?
Yeah. I mean, I used to do it a lot back in the day, and then now even if I do go on a small run, like I can't
Yeah.
run on pavement. My knee starts to hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, well, I still enjoy running. I haven't done it in a long time, but I do enjoy it. I've always kind of enjoyed running to a certain extent. But I'm really worried I'm kind of worried myself about trying to do that sort of activity, like starting it up now. Because I have a feeling for a goddamn fact that my fucking my kneecaps are gonna start fucking hurting as well. So it's like,
Have you had like pain in your knees prior or no?
well, I used
Like
to
have
never.
you always had that issue or no?
No, never. No, only time I've ever started noticing knee pain was probably around this year or last year. You go because I would go on hikes every so often, and I would notice it after I'm done. But yeah, I know. Previous to that, I never had any sorts of knee pain or anything like that. But god damn it, I guess that's just what it's like to get older. Fuck.
We're talking like we're some 50-year-olds, but
I
really we're
know,
just like
right?
24,
A-
25 years old.
anybody older listening to this is like, oh, these fucking jackoffs. Listen to them. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
getting so old. And then
Well,
they
knee pain is real. I wish
it
I was kidding
is.
about the knee pain. Like
Well,
I,
I do
I used
too.
to I used to run twice a day,
Yeah,
and I think maybe it was my shoes that weren't good, or maybe the fact that
that
I was
can do
running
it.
twice a day was not good. I was
Mm,
running away from whatever responsibilities.
your problems.
Yeah, I was running away from my problems, and
Don't we all? Don't we all?
yeah, and when you let that happen in reality and you run 2 times a day, it usually is going to end up in, I don't know, whatever tendonitis or thing you develop in your knees to,
Yeah.
and then it keeps you. Well, now it's just like I can't run on pavement I can
Yeah.
try and run on a treadmill, and I can
Oh,
go a
yeah.
longer distance before that pain starts to come back in.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm better off just doing ellipticals now.
I mean, part of it might just be your shoes. I'm because I used to run cross country when I was
Oh, okay.
a younger kid. Yeah, I used to do track and cross country. I was more of a long distance runner than I was. I mean, I could sprint all right, but there were people who were like far better than me. But yeah, no, and part of all of that, like, I think such a big part of knocking out whatever pain you might be feeling. It's from just getting the right shoes. It's from getting the right
Yeah.
shoes and stretching properly. And
Okay.
between starting and I mean stretching before you go out, and then after you're done, stretch some more, just so it gives your muscles a chance to kind of cool down. I mean, when I was younger, I didn't think anything of it. Oh, I don't notice anything, so it probably doesn't do anything at all. And
Yeah. Once you get older, then it starts to.
now it's like you're really starting to understand all, because I mean I did that shit for like fucking quite a few years. It was,
Yeah.
but yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I would really like to get back into it.
I encourage it. I'm trying to get myself back into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's too much going on, not enough time. But that's that's the classic excuse. Oh, my life's too busy. I can't go to the gym.
Yeah.
Well, the
then-
gyms are closed right now too. So
Yeah. But you know what? And that's the thing. Then there's some buff guy on YouTube somewhere going,
you're a bitch.
well, yeah, no, but you're just making excuses. You mean to tell me you don't have 30 minutes in your day to do this shit?
No, I
Forget
don't, bitch. I don't
Forget
have 30
about
minutes.
it. You know.
I wish I could just scream in his face like, no, I don't. I don't have
Right.
30 minutes.
But it's, I mean, hey,
I can use that 30 minutes to jerk off.
which is a workout. So hey,
That's
there
a
you
workout too. It's cardio right there.
go. Cardio in your one forearm. So hey,
Yeah, there you go. Or if you're good at getting ladies or whatever, you're good at
sex is cardio.
if you're good at getting laid, I should just say. Then get laid, man. That's a lot of cardio right there.
Well, you know how fat is actually burned, right?
Through sex?
Well, okay, well, it can, but like, I mean, the actual process is, I mean, the way fat is actually burned through you breathing out. That's how it's actually burned, which is why it's important to like exhale whenever you're doing shit or whatever, or losing weight. And they always tell you to breathe, because I believe it's as you're breathing out, that's what's releasing the fat or something. I read that somewhere. I think that's right. I hope it's right.
I think it's gotta. I think it might have to do something with when you breathe. It's the oxygen going in and metabolizing or whatever to dissolve the fat. You can't possibly literally breathe the fat out.
Yeah, that didn't make sense to me either.
I don't think you're wrong. I think you're right.
Yeah, because I mean that's how it was explained to me. I was watching some video about it, and they basically said that fat is actually burned through the process of breathing. Maybe it's not like breathing itself, but it's through.
Yeah,
like,
imagine if you could
process
just all like breathe super fucking fast and just like burn fat that way.
of it, you know?
Oh shit! I just breathed right into my microphone. Now you're gonna have a whole bunch of.
Oh well. At least it'll just be that area, and that won't be a whole fucking hour-long session of just
Me
clips.
hyperventilating, trying to lose fat.
Well, you might pass out at that point. Your
Yeah,
mic just
purge
go
my
quiet
body
by
of
the
all
end.
Well, actually, if you do that, you're actually purging your brain and your of like carbon dioxide. So it's actually
really?
not a bad thing. Yeah, like you're overdosing on oxygen. So yeah, you'll feel lightheaded, but it's actually not a terrible thing to do. Maybe I should do it. Not right now, but later.
Yeah, right into the mic too, so I can
Should just
edit
become
all
a
that
dog
later.
for the next 5 minutes.
Hey, I want a dog, man. That'd be fucking great.
Do you have any pets?
No, dude. I've always wanted a pet. I think, okay, so the pets that I've ever had was I went to some science field trip back in where the fuck was it? It was back in grade school, and it was like we basically made like a makeshift ecosystem, and then we put real fish in it, and you got to take the fish home, so it was kind of cool. And I had that, and I think the fish lasted for like 3 weeks before they all died. So that was one thing. And then I
So
had
that's why you're not allowed to have pets
yeah,
because they
no,
die
right.
within 3 weeks.
Well, we had
No, I'm kidding.
we had frogs at one point too because uh we actually had a I mean this we had a pond that was near our old house.
Okay.
And it was just full of fucking tadpoles. So essentially, I did the same thing. We made a small ecosystem for it, and we actually got some frogs from it for quite a bit of time. But they didn't really survive because they didn't have the proper. It wasn't the proper environment or anything. So
Yeah.
so basically we murdered a bunch of frogs for no reason, and it kind of sucks. But
Whatever.
what I really what was that?
Whatever. I mean, it's
Yeah.
circle of life.
Yeah, you know. But what I really want to get though is I really want to get a dog of some sort. Just because I fucking love dogs. They're intelligent.
Dogs.
They're possible or possible. Well, of course they're possible. They exist.
They're possible.
They're positive.
Pause.
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, all right. You know,
They're
you're
also
cute.
positive with their
You're
paws.
yeah, you're fucking cute, aren't you?
I know. I'm
Fucking-
pretty cute. I think I'm cute.
No, but they're.
I'm doing the
they're-
cute eyes right now, the puppy eyes right now. If
Now,
you guys can't see it.
Oh God.
With the finger emoji.
Oh yeah, the two fingers though. So now I'm taking off my clothes because Mazzer has.
I've guilt tripped Andrew into stripping. Yeah.
I want to call that guilt tripping. I'd say you encouraged
Guilt
me.
stripping.
Right there you go. I'd say you more encouraged me.
Yeah.
But no, dogs are just awesome. I really want to get. I would really like to get a dog someday.
Me too. I'd like to
Yeah.
have a dog. Dog.
Big dogs or small dogs for you?
I'm a medium dog kind of guy.
Me too. I'm
Medium
small.
to small.
That's about where I'm at too.
Yeah.
I love I love the I like the terriers. And terriers are often they're small. There's small to medium dogs.
Yeah.
And they're just friendly and great. But what I really love is I really love the Japanese dogs, the Shiba Inus that look like
yes.
foxes. They're fucking
They're
I mean
adorable.
they're adorable, but they always have such like very interesting personalities about them, and they're really really smart too. They're really intelligent.
Well, they're Asian. What do you expect? It's okay. I can make that joke. I'm Asian too.
Okay, fair point. Fair point. All right.
Yeah, I'm Asian. It's fine.
Now, yeah, but no. They all jokes aside, they are very intelligent.
I've actually never seen a Shiba. Is it Shiba Inu or Shiba Inu?
I have no idea.
I've never seen those in person.
I just call them sheebs.
Sheebs.
Because that's what the internet memes call them. But well, interestingly enough, I saw there used to be on campus I saw on our old campus on our old campus there was somebody that would walk it was one of the black and tan ones around. And they had it on a leash.
Oh,
and
really?
It was, yeah. I mean, I only saw it once, but yeah, but they're just fucking adorable, and they're just awesome dogs all the same. But that being said, since they're so intelligent, they do have you really have to train them in like they're difficult to train because of that. So like if they think that they can take advantage of you, they will.
Oh.
So, because they're intelligent, like
Right.
they'll be able to figure out, But
I got you.
but yeah. So
That's really
but no,
interesting, actually.
Oh, I know. But I would love to get one of those. But yeah, I don't know. So, but the way I'm looking at it is like this. I mean, I can barely take care of myself right now. So I don't know
Yeah.
how the hell I could take care of a dog. But all things considered, I think at some point, I am only ever going to get a dog when I know that I'll be able to give it the best possible life.
Right.
Because I think it's awful when people get like a pet or something like that and they're totally not prepared for it in any way, and
Yeah.
it's like then the chances of that pet living the proper life that it should are just really down. It's like that's a goddamn responsibility right there, keeping keeping that animal alive. You know, they trust you. They trust
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
They look to you as provided you've trained them all right. They will look to you as the pack leader, as the alpha. So it's like, you know,
Yeah, you have to provide you're like you're basically a child.
yeah.
Yeah, so you have to take care of them like a child.
Although
But
mothers everywhere might be offended, but my child is not a dog, you know. But
well, you know, there's a lot of I see all these a lot of my friends from high school and college
yeah.
and like girlfriends. They love referring to themselves as dog moms.
Oh yeah,
Or like,
I've
I'm a
seen
cat
I've seen
mom.
that too. I've
So
seen that too.
in some ways, they're mothers too, without really actually having given birth. They're
Yeah,
mothers of some sort.
I
They're
mean,
animal loving mothers.
animal loving mothers, but
Animal loving motherfuckers.
right, that's what I was thinking. But that'd be like a cool like section of like a fucking I don't know some
Like a rap
show.
song or something.
No. I'm thinking like if you have like a fucking like late night show or whatever, and then it's a section called "Animal Loving Motherfuckers," and they get it's like they hire some fucking safari dude who owns an alligator and a tiger and all that shit, and it comes
Yeah,
out,
there you
it
go.
shows it to the audience, and the audience is like, oh wow,
That is an animal loving motherfucker.
right, yeah,
Mother loving animal fuckers.
cue the music, and then whatever, cue the music and all that shit.
Oh god.
But what was I going to say? But yeah, no, that animal parent thing, it's a very real thing. People really do build those they really do build those bonds with
Oh yeah.
you know, bond.
I would even go as far as to say it's probably healthy to get a dog or a cat or some sort of animal as a pet, so that
Oh,
you're
yeah.
kind of training yourself if you ever do want to become a parent to an
Yeah.
actual human of your own.
Yeah.
If you want to have an offspring, it might be good practice to get a pet and
Yeah.
learn to take care of a pet. You know,
So you know what it's like to have a human being depend on you.
right? Yeah,
Well,
it's more about
provided
learning,
you're not already in a toxic relationship, but you know how it goes.
right? Because a parent-child relationship can become pretty toxic, considering how codependent these little fuckers are. I want milk, mommy. I poop my pants. Like, come on, just do it yourself. Can't you wipe your own ass?
Wipe your own ass, why don't you?
Go get your own. You can make your own food. Remember, you don't have to go out and hunt for food. We have gas. We have light. We have fire. We make our own food. Make your own food. Imagine telling your baby that.
The baby just stares blankly at you or cries. Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, okay, well, if that's how you're gonna react, then you can just go hungry.
Oh wow,
I'm
okay.
kidding.
Then the next thing, and then you've got a fucking Casey Anthony case on you.
Then you got a lawsuit on you. Look, not everybody's prepared to be a parent. I'm not, obviously. So
Definitely not. Well, I mean, definitely not. As in, I'm not prepared either. I mean, I honestly don't even think I want to have, children at any point. But I don't know. Whatever. We'll
That
see
might
what
change.
happens. Everyone says that. Everyone really fucking says that. But I don't know.
I mean, I used to say that, and then it changed for me when I had
Wow.
my first son,
when you met.
or I mean,
oh,
my
yeah.
first daughter.
Oh yeah, right. I was gonna say it all changed when you met me, but that was before me. So damn.
Yeah, it was. For those of you guys that don't know, a good friend of mine decided that he was going to spread a little rumor about me in college, and he decided to tell everybody that I had a 6-year-old daughter. And so everybody was like, "Yeah, hey, congratulations on your daughter's 6th birthday." And I'm like, yeah, thanks, man. I don't know how you remember, and I totally just went along with it. It was great.
That's fucking.
And then we
hilarious.
actually photoshopped, I don't know, some random girl's photo with mine, and we made a whole thing out of it.
I don't think I ever saw that photo. I heard about that, but I don't think I'd ever seen the photo.
I'll try to dig it up if I can.
We'll put it on the
On the Burma Sapiens page.
all right.
Yeah. Some good times, good college memories. Some of those people still think I have a 6-year-old. Well, she would be 8 now. Considering 2 years have gone by.
You know what? Hey, dude, I think something about that is really epic. I think.
It
That's
is.
like
I think it's great.
that's
I
cool.
think people just their respect for me tripled when they found out that I had a 6-year-old daughter and I was trying to provide for this 6-year-old daughter, and then my baby mama is, she's a total bitch.
Out of the picture.
Yeah, totally out of the picture. Total bitch, crack addict.
Oh Jesus! Wow,
Yeah,
that's heavy.
we really
That's
went
heavy.
we really went ham with that story. No, I'm kidding about the crack addict part, but we had a lot of drama to it. In fact, you could probably write a whole story on that thing.
Yeah,
Make
we
it a
probably.
bestseller.
Oh, we could write a show about it. You know.
I think we
I'd,
should.
I'd be
I think
down
we
with
were. I think we were writing a show, not about that, but we were
that.
writing
Something
a show.
similar. Yeah. Well, hey, I
Oh.
mean, I'd be down to. I'd be down to try writing something.
That's right. We should write. I like writing. I like coming up with things that don't exist out of thin air.
Right on.
The land of make believe.
But Mazur, I mean, I always will say this. I mean, this is something I've been saying forever, but you've always been daddy AF. So
Oh wow.
I mean, I think it speaks for itself at this moment right now. So
I'll take that. I'll take
Yeah, you
that.
will.
That strokes my ego.
I'll stroke your. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
please stroke my ego after we're done here. I love it when somebody strokes my ego.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh yes.
What was that? What was that you would always say in college? You said you had a big heart, and then you do a wink.
A huge heart.
A huge heart, but your heart actually ended up being in your ass or something like that. I don't
Oh.
know. That was just rumor.
Again, another rumor that floated around that my heart was in my ass. No, I think that's what. No, here's what it was. I think we were in figure drawing class, and the way I explained to one of my friends how to draw a butt was to just draw an upside down heart.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Yeah, and if it was
So-
a female model, and you were drawing her breasts, then you did the same thing. Just draw an upside down heart where the breasts are.
So this is how you draw an ass, and this is how you draw the tits.
Exactly.
Any questions?
It is. You really do. I mean, it's not literally that, but when you're in figure drawing and you have to like sketch the entire human body that's in front of you, the human body that's naked in front of you in like 30 seconds, you find shorthand techniques for doing it quickly, and that's how I explained it to one of my friends. Like, yeah, just think about it as like an upside down heart if you're doing any of those two portions.
Yeah. I mean, hey, dude. I mean, I remember figure drawing. That was definitely an experience. No doubt. And CIA was always very professional about.
Yeah,
about-
I thought I
about
was
that.
gonna like have a hard time doing it, but
I did too.
I was actually quite therapeutic for me.
Well, I mean, staring at naked bodies is incredibly therapeutic. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you're talking about the actual draw. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
No,
too.
I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about exactly what you were talking about. Staring at naked bodies was actually quite therapeutic for me.
Oh yeah,
No, I'm kidding. That's a joke. No, but
We're
seriously,
never,
it was.
we're never
though.
going to be allowed to take another figure drawing class if anybody hears this shit.
We didn't do anything about it. We just looked. I mean,
Yeah.
we were literally students of the arts. That's what we were supposed to do. Look at a naked body and then draw it. There was this meme I saw on the Instas and the
Yeah.
Grams where somebody was like, "Can you get me a chicken C's her salad?"
Oh, were they?
Where they like misspell things on purpose.
Yeah.
Or
No.
like lactose intolerance becomes lactose intolerance. Oh my god.
Whenever I see those memes, they make me just. It's a fucking face plant. It's a fucking face palm. I'm just like, I can't. I shake my head, face
I
palm,
just
and I
can't.
move
I
on.
can't even. I can't.
But a caprese salad is it's tomato, mozzarella cheese, basil leaves, and then some sort of balsamic glaze or whatever.
Balsamic vinaigrette is so good.
Yeah, no, it is. I'm
yeah.
not the biggest fan of vinaigrettes, but balsamic vinaigrette in the right setting is fantastic. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's baller, as some people might. Baller.
Balsamic.
Balsamic. That's always what I say.
balls.
Balsamic. But so real quick, you said something about the memes with the people who purposely misspell shit.
Yeah.
I had a small thought myself. Um, so I was thinking kind of about like the way the context in which we kind of view memes now,
Hmm.
and I was thinking about tell me this. Maybe I'm just being crazy, but you can let me know. Um, would do you think that like Super Bowl, like the Super Bowl from like way back in the day, like around the 2000 and everything like that, where they would have the really interesting commercials and everything like that. Do you think that that was like that could possibly be like one of the earliest form of like memes?
Oh,
Because and well,
yeah, totally. I would say so. I mean, we used to talk about memes the way we talk about, or we used to talk about Super Bowl commercials
yeah.
the way we talk about memes now.
That's exactly that. Yes, I remember. It was like it was the Monday when we would come back. The Monday after we'd come into school and everybody would be referencing these commercials back and forth, and they were hilarious too. So there was
Yeah,
also that comedic factor that the memes had, or that the commercials had, just like the memes had. And it's interesting because if you look at how like the timelines on the timelines are set up now. It's very much like it is almost like commercial like you have a little bit more control over it, but think
right.
about it, how often are you just scrolling on your timeline over and over and over again, and if you have your timeline set how you want, you'll have great content, good content after good content after good content after good content, and you share that further with your friends. It's like
Yeah.
thinking about it like this. I almost think I almost think it's appropriate to say that like the Super Bowl commercials were almost like a natural like point of progression in memeology, I guess, as people like to say it online.
You know, I wonder if, well, I think that this is one of our personal observations, but I'm trying to think of where the first meme originated.
I was thinking that too.
Like, where was the first time a meme ever popped up? I wonder if it was Reddit.
Oh, wait, let's look this up. Let's go to Google and search that. The
The
first
Googles.
First, well, okay, so I know that on YouTube, some of the first like meme sort of stuff were these things called YouTube poops,
Oh yes.
where it's just basically just people take like a cartoon or something like that and they edit the crap out of it so that and they basically just make the cartoon say all sorts of awful just shit, you know.
Yeah,
This one,
yeah.
yeah,
I
and
used
they
to
were
watch the
hilarious.
Yu-Gi-Oh ones,
Oh yeah, those are fucking great.
like the abridged series or whatever. That's what it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I do remember those. The bridge series were fucking awesome. Oh, so what I'm seeing right now is apparently the first meme supposedly might have been made in 1921.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, like wait, let me.
Oh wow, is this 1921 cartoon the first ever meme? Oh, I'm looking at that. Are you on the BBC article?
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. That's exactly what I was looking at. First meme ever made. To be how you think you look when a flashlight is taken. Oh my God,
How you
yeah,
really
that
look.
is that's
That is a
totally.
meme. Yeah.
Well, what I'll do is we'll put this up so everybody at home can see it. If you're listening to this on YouTube, we'll put it up so that everyone can see it. But that's like that's almost the exact that is the exact format and everything like
Oh
that.
yeah. Totally.
But I
That's
mean,
so funny.
but I bet you could also argue that maybe comics at a certain point could be considered memes. You know?
Comics, really? Okay.
Yeah, because like, well, think about political comics. How you've got like a single
Oh yes.
picture, and then it's like, or not, or I mean, it's not just political comics, but think about some comics where they're just it's a single picture, and then there's some sort of written description underneath it, and it's either making fun of something or whatever.
Comics could totally be a form of meme. Yeah, now that you mention it, especially like the ones you see in the newspaper.
Yeah, like, um, okay, so I guess maybe it's just to kind of reword my initial I guess inference or whatever. But I think the important thing is we're not because now we're talking more about like 2D memes, I guess you could say, or like picture memes, as opposed to video memes. Because picture memes and video memes are totally different.
Yeah.
It's obviously easier to make a 2D meme or picture meme than it is a video meme per se, because you would need the proper equipment to even create the video meme.
Yeah, with all the editing that might go into it.
Right. So that's kind of what I was thinking along the lines of like is like this like the Super Bowl, I guess, like the first kind of like video memes like kind of format. But I mean, I don't know. So from Mauser, do you remember or know of the hamster dance?
No, I don't actually.
Oh, okay. So it's like this fucking high pitched kind of like yodeling or whatever. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. I'm not going to do it on here because that's just, you know.
I think you should
But
do it.
what? Oh, I should
think
do
you
it.
should do it.
No, I'm not gonna. No. If this video gets 1,000 views, I'll do it. I'll do it on one of the podcasts in the future. 1,000 views, motherfuckers. So if you're listening to this, share it, and I'll do my fucking best impression of the hamster dance.
Amsterdams.
The Amsterdams. But it was essentially this. It was like these like animated like cartoon hamster gifs that.
Right.
That would like they would play in succession or whatever, and then that song would play behind it. But that was technically an internet meme, and that hails from 1999.
Oh wow.
But I actually remember that because that was something my dad showed me. My dad actually found it kind of hilarious, and he showed me that, and I remember liking it as because I was really young at that point. I was
Wait, you said it was 1999?
99. Yeah, I was 4. I think I was 4.
3 or 4 probably. Yeah, because I
Yeah.
was 3 at that time. How old
Yeah.
would your dad have been? Your dad might be the earliest consumers of memes. One of the earliest.
One of the
memes.
earliest, yeah. Well, I mean, at that point, the internet was really just starting to take off at that point. So people were figuring out that what their place was amongst all the internet internet gaga, not to rip off Freddie Mercury or anything.
Wait, what's the Freddie Mercury? What do you mean rip off?
Oh, Radio Gaga. Because,
Radio. That's right.
Because Queen had that song, Radio Gaga. But I guess internet gaga is another thing or whatever.
Or like internet caca.
Caca. Well, yeah, because a lot of it was shit, and shit posting became a thing. So, but that's it. But yeah,
a lot of internet and social media is still caca right now.
Oh, totally, and I think it always will be because, I mean, people have been quoted in saying that the internet right now is the Wild West. People
uncharted territory.
Yeah, it's like I mean, and it's true because people are developing things so much. I remember what YouTube used to be back in like 2005, and I think that's when it was, and it was just that
was before Google took it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was an interesting, very interesting, a lot different than what it was what it is now. But it's still changing. It's still continuously changing. There was a bunch of shit that went down on YouTube about a couple years ago. I think it was a couple years ago. They all kind of just blend together at this point. Where there were I think these racist videos online on YouTube that were getting ad revenue from like because like basically the way it works on YouTube is the way people even make money is it's off of ads. Like a company will run an ad off of your video, and then every time somebody I think it's every time somebody watches it, you get some money from that.
Okay, right.
But essentially, there were these racist and fascist videos that were on there that were actually getting ads, and companies didn't know basically they didn't want to be associated with that. They didn't want to be associated with that sort of, culture or anything. So they pulled their ads off of YouTube, and a bunch of companies did that. And
Oh wow.
for a bit of time, a lot of people were. It was called the adpocalypse, and a lot of people who use YouTube as their main source of income, they were struggling for a bit of time. Especially like smaller channels. But it's so I mean, and I think now things are starting to get a little bit better. I mean, the YouTube team is still, I mean, they do a lot of questionable shit. They really do, as far as like how they're running the website. I mean, it's a well, I don't know. It's I guess it's just kind of depressing to see kind of where YouTube has
Yeah.
come and gone, essentially, from where it used to be to what it is now. Because I mean, I think this idea of being able to work, I think this idea of being an actual content creator, having that as your job, I think that's such an awesome job opportunity, because it's like some people legitimately don't have the sets of skills that are needed to work in certain sorts of job, you know, areas, but yet all they'd have to do is record themselves playing a fucking video game and just talking over it. And next thing, and then they can get income from that, and they've got then they'll have a comfortable life. They're doing something constructive with their time. They're entertaining people, and if anything, I think they're actually doing more of a service to people out there, because I don't know. You get what I'm saying?
I do. I do. I'm intrigued by that actually, because it's made, like, YouTube has made being a celebrity more accessible.
Yeah.
And I say celebrity and not anything else, not an artist, because there's a lot of people that got into the business of making content,
Yeah.
and some of them actually made good content.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of interesting things, like, for example, playing a game and having a conversation over it. Who knew that could be an entertaining thing?
Yeah.
It was like YouTube at that time was an open source kind of like, here's something where you can make videos and upload to. Here's a platform. Now go crazy. Do what you want.
Yeah.
And
Literally broadcast yourself. That was the thing. I mean,
exactly. Like, people did anything and everything. And as it got, more and more people jumped on that bandwagon. I think a lot of the YouTubers today are now actively seeking out crazier and crazier things to do, just so they can get like 1,000+ views or whatever. Not
like
just
they turned it into a toxic sort of thing.
Yeah, like just like doing some random things. And
That Jake Paul video where he filmed a dead body at the suicide forest in Japan.
that was Logan Paul.
Or Logan Paul. Oh, whatever.
Yeah, but Jake Paul's done some pretty stupid shit too, like
well, now
jumping
he's-
off the roof of his own house or whatever. And like,
Well, now he's apparently got arrested. He got arrested because he had or he was caught looting when all of the rioting was happening in California. And then there was something that happened with guns. Like, he had a bunch of like rifles and stuff that were just scattered about his property, and I guess somebody called or whatever, and his house got raided by I think it was the FBI or something like that. But
That's crazy.
But I mean, I do want to say though, it's actually kind of interesting, because like what I'm starting to do is I'm actually starting to see this trend of people who are on YouTube are actually starting to weed out the talentless people, if you know what I'm saying, not to like kind of like talk about this idea of elitist, not to bring this sort of elitist idea to the table, but I'm talking about people who make shitty content and are getting so many views.
You think YouTube is getting rid of, like, it's weeding those out?
But it's happening within the community,
Oh, okay.
because I'm gonna say it like this. There's this Twitch streamer, and she's also does, I think, stuff on YouTube as well. From what I've seen, she's not necessarily a very good content. Her content isn't very good. She's jumped on. She streams video games. She's all right at it. But what she also does is that it's that reaction video type thing where it's like somebody watches a video and they react to it, which the majority of them are just people explaining what's happening in the video to people who can already see it, and it just becomes some cringy, awful shit.
It's like, yeah, it's pointless. Why? What are you reacting to? You're not really reacting. You're just summarizing what you're seeing.
Exactly. But the biggest thing about it is, how the simp movement is, a thing now. So she's by many people would say she's a very attractive gal. But what's interesting now is that people are coming out of the woodwork, and they're basically calling her out because her content is shit, and just for the fact that the only reason why she's popular at all is because she's pretty and she's appealing to these simps. And it's very interesting to kind of see that, because it's like people, it's when, because I mean, of course, people have brains and shit like that, but with a lot of things that go down publicly, you start to kind of scratch your head. Are people really thinking and stuff? Is there, but this sort of like movement and thing that we're seeing is like, it's the attempt of canceling people who really don't have anything important to bring to the table. And I think that's very important to a certain extent, because you will always have fantastically skilled human beings who are just, they're incredibly talented in a certain area, and they put all the work that they can into their videos and whatnot. And then you've got somebody, and it might take them fucking years before they're actually able to get the recognition that they deserve, and then you've got somebody who just fucking gets on YouTube and makes a bunch of trash, which is just, it's shit that's unfunny, uninteresting, yet people still watch it because for whatever fucking reason, and then that gets fucking blown up.
Yeah.
It's I mean it's it's kind of what's happening with music now too. I dare to say, but but so I guess maybe that, I guess that's always going to be a trend in the arts in general. But
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Like, when things are new, when there's a new platform introduced, people make good stuff.
Yeah,
People that see opportunity, they take it, and then what happens is everybody jumps on that bandwagon,
and they bastardize it to oblivion.
Exactly. Like, everybody now is like, oh, there's opportunity here. Let me try it. Let me take a stab at it. And when that happens, that's not to say that there's people that are talented and there's people that are not talented. Even though that is true, the point I'm making is when things become, when a lot of people jump on the same bandwagon. Like, for example, like TikTok. There are some really funny TikToks out there, some really clever, interesting TikToks, but then I'm at the same time seeing like these stupid challenges.
Oh,
these like people are bored in quarantine, right? We're in quarantine. There's a pandemic in the world, and people are quarantined, and they're bored out of their minds. And what I'm starting to see a lot of are these stupid challenges, like the girl and the guy, like two couples, a girl and a guy. Usually it's a heterosexual relationship. They get into a car. There's a camera mounted on the dash mount, or like their phone mounted on the dash mount or whatever.
Yep.
And it's like, the girl's like, I'm gonna call my boyfriend's friends.
I hate that shit. Continue, but I fucking hate that shit.
It's so stupid.
It's fucking awful. Like, it's the worst fucking shit. Like
why? What is it that you're trying?
It's cringy. We made a
cringy.
fucking podcast about cringe fucking months ago already, or whatever. All right.
We could have talked about this then, but for some reason we talked about me cringing out on hipsters. But anyway,
But no, real talk though. I mean, I fucking hate seeing that shit so fucking much because it's like, and it's always the fucking couples. You've got some bratty bitch with some dude who just is like,
yeah,
fucking,
just like a whatever a
some
myth
fucking
is,
drooling
dude.
moron somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Like I saw one where it was this girl and this dude get in a car and they just got fucking ice cream, all right? And the guy gets, of course, it's probably fake, but I'll get to it in a minute. But like,
They're probably all fake a little bit, at least a little bit.
yeah, but
But the fact that everybody's doing it is so stupid.
But I think the thing that sucks is that they're advertising toxic behavior. And I think that's what fucking, because it's like, okay, so that one that I was watching, the two fucking get in the car, they both have ice cream. The guy's like, oh yeah, I'm ready to get in this. And the fucking bitch next to him, she's like, she sounds like a fucking mom. And she's like, don't you dare take a bite of that. We have to take a picture first and all this other shit. And the guy just sits there like, yeah, and like, and then he fucking makes him take a picture. It's like, if that was me, bitch, get out of my fucking car. I swear to God, like...
Just let me enjoy my ice cream. Like, why is
like,
everything? Look,
nobody gives a fucking shit about if I'm eating ice cream. Nobody gives a shit if you're fucking eating ice cream. It's this stupid fucking pretentious, thirsty, validation-seeking shit that just fucking pollutes social media as a whole. I fucking hate that shit. And I think on top of that, what I hate more is that it's without even trying to, it is normalizing toxic behavior because people are seeing that shit and they think that's acceptable in a fucking relationship or just anything. And it's like, no, it's fucking not. I hate. All right.
I'd be worried if my girl was calling my boys up asking if I was with them last night. And I'd be even more worried if my boys were sticking up for me saying like, oh yeah, he was totally with me. Like, well, those guys that are sticking up for me aren't good for me if they're lying. That, if I was displaying shitty behavior, like if I was cheating on my girl, and my friends were sticking up and covering my ass for me, that's a problem, right? Those are shitty, toxic friends. I should get out of that friend group. And B, if a girl's gonna call up my friends, she's got trust issues. Like that girl should not be in my life. Point is, it doesn't, like, at the end of the day, that those kinds of TikTok challenges, whether they're fake or real, I think there's got to be some little bit of realness to it. If it's like 90% fakes, 10% of it has to be real. The fact that they're doing it, know. Unless they stage the whole thing.
They've gotten it from somewhere. It's like it's that whole idea of, no idea is original because you've seen it somewhere before. But it's like, I mean, you totally, I mean, sometimes you hear just fucking horror stories of just people who are just in.
Or like, let me tell you another one. Let me tell you another stupid TikTok challenge that I kept seeing a lot.
To get me fucking fired up.
Yeah. Well, this one gets me not fired up, but just makes me like, why? It just makes me go, why? But the one where like the girl would walk out of the shower in her towel and then walk in on her boyfriend and then drop the towel and then record his reaction, right? And for some reason, it just bugged the hell out of me that in almost 98% of those videos, it was the guy glued to his fucking TV with his headset on playing his video games. And I'm like, why is it that every guy is shown playing a video game? I mean, are these guys not doing anything with their life? Like, what the fuck? It's so stupid. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna walk out of the shower in my towel, drop my towel, and then there's my boyfriend sitting and playing video games. Like, come on.
Now he'll pay attention to me.
Well, it's not even that. It's just like, what are you?
I feel like it is though, because check it out. Because look at how that meme evolved. Because it went from that fucking meme to the fucking meme where it's like, or this fucking meme trend where it's like, where the girl is always fucking upset that the guy is playing video games or whatever. And
but why is the guy always playing video games? Why is it like the guy goes to work, comes home, and doesn't care about his girl and always plays video games? Like, I don't understand that part of it. It's like, do guys not do anything else but play video games with their homies?
It's a stereotype. Guys just fucking play.
It's stupid.
It's for the boys. The weekend's for the boys, and that's always what it's for. I mean,
it's not. Not every guy's like that. And it's like every time I see those guys, I'm imagining them in sweatpants and Nike white tube socks and their slippers those fucking like those Nikes. What do you call them? The slip-ons or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like what you know your classic basketball player in the high school.
Bumming it. It's the bumming it look or
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like just a plain T-shirt and gray sweatpants, white tube socks, and those slip-on, whatever you call those Nike slip-ons or something.
Yeah.
That's what I'm imagining those boys are like, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like
Yeah.
that's such a stupid stereotype.
No, it really is. I mean, I just think it's just that what just ultimately pisses me off is just that level.
Oh, slides. That's what they're called. Sorry, I was just
Oh,
looking it
okay. All right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, you're good. You're good. It's just what ultimately just pisses me off though is that idea of I think it's just a blatant toxicity that is consistently being just broadcast.
Yeah.
Because it's like and essentially being normalized, or it feels like it's like being normalized because you look at the comments on these things and you've got some good-minded people on there that are like this is toxic as fuck, blah blah blah, but then you've got the fucking group of people on there that glorify it and they're like OMG, same, and it's like, oh my fucking god, are you serious? Like
It's so stupid. Like the guy goes to work, comes home, doesn't pay attention to his girl because he's so worked and tired, and all he wants to do is get on a TV, put on his video game, put on his headset, and go join the boys in the gulag. Like that's all he wants to do.
the gulag.
Like the gulag, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the boys want to do, and the girl has nothing better to do than to like drop her towel. And,
Well, she missed him, okay?
oh yeah, and that's not sexist at all.
She needs attention. I need attention, okay? Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god,
But
that one sends me like, why?
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I play video games. I love video games, but I can't imagine going to work, coming home, and whatever.
Yeah.
It just seems like that's all that there is to life for these people. Like, my man's over here not paying attention because he's playing video games with the homies. Like,
shut up, bitch. you know,
Like, almost, exactly.
you know that video of The Rock where he's like, "Shut up, bitch." Like basically.
Shut up, bitch.
And okay, please understand. I'm not trying to actively be fucking sexist or a chauvinist or anything like that. But it's just, I mean, that constant pettiness. All right, it shouldn't be a thing. I mean, I'll say it like this: if the girl was working a hard ass day of work and comes home, wants to play video games, and the fucking guy is acting like a brat, oh, you're not paying attention to me, I'd be saying the same shit. I'd say, shut up, bitch.
Yeah,
and,
the guy's being a bitch at that
yeah,
point. Exactly.
just like, God.
Man, it's such a
Yeah.
such a weird stereotypical thing. Like that meme, or not that meme, but like that challenge.
Yeah.
What's the newest challenge these days? There's another one.
The
The fucking challenge where the girl switches clothes with the guys.
Oh yeah, or the real creepy ones where they switch with their fucking grandparents or whatever.
Oh Lord, oh my! I saw that one. I saw where the
Yeah.
girl was like wearing the grandpa's clothes, and the grandpa walks into the frame, and you see him like in this tight body contour. And the grandpa's like 80 some years old, right? He's raggedy old. I'm like, oh God, I don't want to see that.
Right.
I don't want to see
like, okay, Grandpa, we're gonna do something fun. Okay, take off your
I
clothes.
can't
I'm
believe
gonna
the
take off my
grandpa-
clothes, and then it's like, then it gets some weird borderline type shit. And
Yeah, like borderline incest kind of shit. Like, why would the grandpa agree to that, or did she like guilt trip him into doing it?
oh, it's so weird. I can't think about that. That's just fucking. That's so weird.
Me as a grandpa wearing my granddaughter's like tight ass
No thank
clothes. I'm like, no way. Oh God, that's gross.
you. Yeah.
And then getting on camera, and then that fucking thing blowing up on like social media.
Right. Just for
Jesus
the fucking views or whatever. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Right. Jesus Christ. All right.
Oh my God. That is a rant right there.
Yep, a good rant. I think and I think it's a rant, and I think it's a good rant, and I think it's a good place to wrap things up on today's incredible and exciting episode of the Bromo Sapiens podcast. Really quick, I just want to give another quick shout out to the Happy Raven. Be sure to check out their website, thehappyraven.com, and also check out their Facebook, and they also have an Instagram as well. We'll put that in the description of this episode so y'all can check that out. But without further ado, I've been Drew.
And I've been Mazur.
And we will be with you on the next one.
May the force be with you.
Cheers.